Hey guys, so hopefully this is the second video you're watching today. Hopefully you did watch the agenda video to kind of go over exactly what you need to be doing today, as well as I went over the journal that you need to do today. So hopefully this is the second video you're watching. Today we're going to be working on writing. Every day is going to be different. You're either going to be doing a newsy article, a writing assignment, or a reading assignment. So it's kind of all going to be different every day. So today is writing. Today you're going to go down to your writing lessons. Okay, click on writing lessons, that first tab there. And this is the page that we're going to start with. So this is kind of the explanation page that I'm going to read through. All right. Just to remind you that you will need to turn in the Google Doc form that I am going to show you later. All right, but this is just kind of the explanation. I do suggest that you make your screen kind of like smaller, and then have I just put another screen over here. So say this screen over here is going to be the video that you're watching right now, and then this can be your assignment screen. Okay, you can put this as your Google Doc screen, so that way when you're doing that assignment, you can listen to the video. Okay, kind of makes things easier. I used to do that when I was in college. I would kind of have like a double screen going on, so that way I could follow along. All right. So today we're going to work on sensory details. Senses being your, sight, what you smell, what you touch, what you taste. You should be able to feel these senses when you're reading. Sometimes authors like to put in sensory details to kind of make what they're writing and what the person is reading really come alive. All right, and you should start using these senses in your writing to kind of make things more interesting, right? All right, so I'm going to start at the top, right up here in the green section, where you see some apples. You see some caramel apples. Have any of you ever had caramel apples? They're like one of my favorite little treats, especially in the fall time. They're super good. All right, so I'm going to read this and then we're going to talk about it. Scrunch. I bit into my apple and juices flowed everywhere. At the same time, I felt some gooey brown caramel stick to my chin. I tried not to drool as I detached the bite of apple and got it all the way into my mouth. I had no napkin, wouldn't you know it, and had to fight the urge to wipe the sticky mess off on my white sleeve. I kept my head down and down so that no one could see the caramel hanging on my chin. I chewed quickly, though, that I really wanted to do was savor the rich, sweet caramel blending with the tartness of the apple. All right, so that is your reading. That is the author giving you all these senses, all these things that you need to really like. You can see, you can feel, you can taste it. All right. In the description, a writer's goal is to help the readers see, hear, smell, feel, or taste what is being described. They use sensory details, or details that appeal the reader's senses in the person in their description. For example, in the paragraph above, scrunch helps you hear the person biting into the apple. The phrase juices flowed everywhere helps you feel that it's like a bite into the apple. So you can actually feel, the juices going all over. What other sensory details does the paragraph contain? List them here according to whether the detail helps you see, hear, smell, touch, or taste the caramel apple. Some details might fit into more than one category. So now you're going to go back and you're going to look at this paragraph and you're going to write down what you might see, what you might hear, what you might smell, what you might touch, what you might taste, what you might feel. Okay, write those down. Okay, you can pause this video. You can write it down on a piece of paper and then transfer it into the Google Docs. Or if you did that detached double screen like I showed you before, if you did that, you can always have your Google Docs here and your video here, and you can do that right when I'm going over it. Okay, so this is where you're going to pause. The next part, it says, think about the last time that you ate an apple. Was it covered in caramel? Maybe it was sliced up in a salad. How did it taste? What did it feel like? List the sensory details. So I like to have peanut butter with my apples. So if I were to talk about my last time I ate an apple, I would say I see gooey peanut butter, okay, and it's drenched all over the apples. I can hear the crunch of the apples. I can smell the peanut butter. I can touch the moistness of the apples. I can taste the sweet and the saltiness of the peanut. Okay, so think about what those things, those sensory details that you might get when you're thinking about eating the last apple that you had, and you're going to write them down, what you see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. This is where you're going to pause and you're going to write down your ideas. Next page. Okay, the next page. Now, it says, think of a food. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see. Okay. It says, think of a food that you like. What is it like to eat that food? Imagine yourself eating and enjoying the food. Can you describe the experience so that a reader feels as if he or she is right there? First, record the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and flavors you experience when you eat the food. Okay, so what are the sights? What do you see? Is the food crunchy? That would be sounds. Does it smell really good? Okay, like is your favorite food Chinese food? Or is your favorite food Italian food? Or, Mexican food? I love my tacos. All right. Textures, is it rough? Is it soft? Is it gooey? Flavors, is it salty? Is it sweet? Is it sour? All right. So you're going to write down those things that you can remember from what your favorite food is. Now, this is where it's going to get tough, all right? Put in your words to work. Describe what it's like to eat this food. Appeal to all 5 of your reader's senses. Remember, your senses are see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. Right? Remember those 5 senses. As you move between the senses, use transition words like then, first, although, again, okay? Transition words between one sense to another. Remember to indent the first sentence of your paragraph, all right? So if you think back to what we did in the first page, we talked about the senses. We talked about your 5 senses. We talked about crunchiness. We talked about being soft, and we talked about the caramel dripping down somebody's face. Okay, really have to think about those things. Really have to think about it. Make sure that you are writing down every sense. Okay. If you have any questions, make sure you comment on the assignments, and hopefully you will understand these a little bit better with the videos. Actually, I do need to explain how you're going to do your assignment. So you have your writing, the pages that I just read through. Now, right under that, you have your sensory details page. You're going to click on that. And this page is exactly what we just showed uh, with the reading. Okay, so like I said, you can do this like partial page here. And this page here is literally just broken down exactly how that page was, okay? This is where you're going to write your paragraph. This is going to be where you're going to write all the different senses of your favorite food. Up top is what you see here, smell, touch, taste in that first paragraph that we read about the caramel apples. And here is the last time you ate an apple, some of the senses that you had there, okay? I almost forgot about explaining that to you guys. I'm sorry about that. But again, okay, this is the page that you are going to share with me. You're going to send in as your work for today. Okay. Again, any questions, shoot me an email. All right. See you guys tomorrow.